Ready?
Good afternoon/evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tuesday, December 15th, 2009 meeting of the Glendale Redevelopment Agency. Mr. City Clerk, could you call the roll?
Agency members: Friedman.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Quintero.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Chairman Draymond.
Here. And could we hear your report, Mr. Kasakian?
The agenda for the December 15, 2009 regular meeting of the Glendale Redevelopment Agency was posted on Thursday, December 11th, 2009 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Okay, thank you. Our next item?
Next item is minutes.
I'll move the minutes. Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second, and the minutes will be approved as submitted. Our next item?
Next item is oral communications. Is there an oral communications card?
I have one card that is for questions only, and I think it's on the agenda item.
Then there were no cards submitted for oral communications.
Thank you. Then I'll close oral communications. Let's move on.
At 6 on the business agenda is a public hearing, Director of Development Services, regarding proposed Center Avenue Plaza signage for the Glendale Galleria. At A1 is motion approving standards variances based on findings and conditions.
Thank you very much. Mr. Lansafame, is that you?
Yes, sir. If you'd
That
like
would
to
be you.
open.
Let's go to Philip, Director of Development Services.
Okay.
And let us open the public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, members of the Redevelopment Agency, the item before you is really an interim program to help boost sales at one of our largest sales tax generators, the Glendale Galleria. If you recall, last year they had a similar sign package. The request has come to do a few things to help identify the Glendale Galleria and help cross promotion and shopping with the Americana brand, and also to identify those businesses or some of those major anchor businesses that are inside a building that is, for all intents and purposes, walled off. So it is a bit of an indicator, identification sign for it. Again, it is almost the exact package that you saw last year, that it identifies the Glendale Galleria. I do want to note that this is not indicative of the type of quality that is being proposed in the larger overlay zone. Those qualities and level of quality you will prescribe at a later date, after the first of the year when that comes back. Staff has looked at this and we've prepared some findings for you. We think that it will help the Galleria identify itself and do what we can to help fourth quarter sales. I should know, last note, I did say this is an interim program. The request is for 30 days from December 15th today to January 15th. That would take them through the holiday season, including that post-New Year's gift card rush that we hope happens. If you have any questions, I know the General Manager and Marketing Director of the Glendale Galleria are here, as well as staff.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lansafame. I do have one speaker card, but it is to answer questions. It's from Ryan Hirsch, who's General Manager. So let me go to my colleagues. Mr. Quintero.
Okay, well, I'll start. I don't have any problems with this. It's a seasonal signage, and I think it works well. I was telling Mr. Draymond, I believe, that although I knew there was an Apple store at the Galleria and so forth, it was when I saw that banner last year that I actually looked and said, there's an Apple store at the Galleria, and visited the Apple store for the first time. I don't shop that often, as you can tell. But anyway, I think that's all it does, just list the stores that are located there in the mall and just kind of perks people's interest. For instance, I think visually that's the connection between the Americana and the Galleria. So I think this is a good idea.
All right, thank you. Mr. Najarian.
I support the motion. I think they did a tasteful job last year. It helped high-end shoppers with disposable income like Mr. Quintero find the consumer electronic stores within the mall. So
Actually, I'm a stockholder. I just wanted to check out the store. Buy anything.
You're joking, I think, but I support it. I'll be happy to move it if there are no other comments.
I think that Mr. Weaver has a comment.
Well, I was going to say, if I'd been the Galleria, I would open this up before Thanksgiving, because it seems like Christmas holiday season is moving closer and closer to summertime. Every time it used to be after Thanksgiving, now it's before. So they get 14 days before Christmas, and they could have used it for a month before. And if it was 45 days or 2 months, I would have voted for it, because it is temporary. But any signs are put up, I still remember what I keep saying. The Galleria is very well known and draws more people to it than Disneyland does in a year. So, to me, Galleria doesn't need much help. But if they think this will do it, fine. The tons of people that cross Central from the Galleria, every time I'm down there, make me wait for 8 lines of traffic to come through. People are going into the Galleria just fine. But if they want to spend the money and think it'll help, well, I'll vote for it.
Okay, thank you. Let me interject just to close the public hearing. Councilmember Friedman, anything? Or Agency Member Friedman? All right, I just wanted to, and Mr. Lansfame, just for clarification, this is purely for advertising purposes. This is not a revenue-generating project per se for the Glendale Galleria?
That is correct. The main sign that you see in your packet does announce the Glendale Galleria, so if there was revenue, they would be paying it to themselves. And they have indicated on the letter that was also sent along with the request that it is non-revenue generating, merely identification.
Okay, thank you very much. If there's no other input,
I'll move 6A1.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Mr. Kasakian, please.
Agency members Friedman,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Quintero,
Yes.
Weaver,
Aye.
Chairman Draymond.
Yes. Thank you. Next item. Oh, and just as a public note to the public housekeeping, is it my understanding that 6B has been continued? That's the
Have we continued
actually,
or taken it off the calendar?
Mr. Chair, we don't know a date, so we'll take it off
Okay, so it
calendar
needs to be
and
off
we'll
calendar.
renotice.
Be off calendar.
Very good. All right, then let's move on to 6C, please.
6B, just for anyone viewing, was a parking exception. And 6C is Director of Finance and Development Services regarding annual financial report of the Glendale Redevelopment Agency for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2009. At C1 is motion accepting the report.
Good
Well,
evening.
Mr. Elliott.
Mr. Chair, members of the agency, we are happy to submit the agency financial statement for your approval. I have the auditors here if there are any questions.
Hold on.
All right.
I don't have any
Let me
questions.
see if my colleagues have any questions. I have no speaker cards. So.
I just have a comment. Again, this goes to show that our city, in redevelopment, as we'll see tonight, for the remainder of the city, how good a shape we are in compared to other cities throughout the state. Our financial picture is the envy, I'm sure, of many other cities. I think we've shown it year after year. I'll say the same thing tonight. Staff does a great job. Proud to represent the staff up here. So with that, I'd move 6C if you want. 6C1.
Second.
All right. Thank you very much. I have no speaker cards. Thank you, Mr. Elliott,
For the unbound.
for the preparation and
For the unbound document, saving a little money.
yes. All right. Thank you. Are we taking off? What happened? Okay, Mr. Kasakian, if you could call the roll, please.
Yeah, there was a motion and a second moved by Councilmember Weaver and seconded by, Agency Member Weaver and Agency Member Najarian. Agency members Friedman, Najarian,
Yes.
Quintero,
Yes.
Weaver,
Aye.
Chairman Draymond.
Yes. Next item.
Next item is agency member staff comments.
Here, you want a copy?
I hear none. Is there any? Are there any staff comments? I would simply like to wish the agency members and the staff a wonderful Christmas holiday and Happy New Year. and any other holiday you may be celebrating along the way. Thank you for a lot of hard work in a difficult year. Come back in 2010.
We'll see you next
and
year.
hopefully do the same without the quite so difficult year part.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're adjourned.